on Monday, the 10th of November, 2025. You're with Coffee Time with Peter Gomez, and we are with lawyer Ousseynou Darboe, Secretary General, party leader, and flag bearer of the United Democratic Party. And in the remaining 20 minutes of my conversation with him, we will be looking at contemporary issues. You were in Jambanjeli recently. Given recent happenings in the party, how has it affected the strategy, the campaign strategy of the UDP and the message?
Well, our message really, I don't think our message has changed, fundamentally has changed. And I think what we've been telling the militants is really being heard by them, and they are really, I think most of them now want to behave and act like party leaders instead of just militants. And that's how, I mean, not to engage in frivolities, not to engage in loose talks, but really talk about the real issues of the country. Our militants are doing so. And, you know, we have a particular lady in Finland. I call him Jai Kompin General. Yeah.
Jai Kompin?
General.
Okay, Jai Kompin General.
Yes. She is a very phenomenal woman, very amazing. When people talk about these trivial matters, she talks about real issues. The cost of living, the lack of proper medical facilities in our hospitals, the decaying infrastructure, even though they say they're building, but the decaying infrastructure. Take from Westfield to Sukta through Bakote, until you get to Sukta. That road is less than 10 years old. It's decaying. And so it is with many of the other road infrastructure. We're talking about that. Not only that, that also talks about the decay in society, in our moral standards. And when I say now moral standards, I do not mean getting involved in illicit relations between men and women. I'm not talking about that. You know, the collaborative role of corruption. It's a moral. It's not only legal, but it's also a moral issue.
Of course.
It's also a moral issue. These are things that our militants are talking about, and convince people that the panacea to all these moral ills is United Democratic Party.
Why do you
because
think so?
We have stood against this from the get-go. From 1996, we have been fighting, speaking against corruption in this country. I'm amazed. A gentleman in UK sent me something. He says he brought it from Bottom Box. You know, when I was speaking against corruption in this country, the crude oil saga, the $3 million that was taken of the Taiwanese loan,
and put where?
And put his bank in Switzerland. The documents I produced, court documents, substantiating the position I was taking. You know, I said, look, yes, we have been at this, and we'll continue until we get there and really do the real work. Because now we are talking about it, because we do not have the opportunity, Gambians have not been given the opportunity to really implement all these things, to make sure that what we say obtains in this country.
Why do you think that in almost 30 years, it will be 30 next year, the message has been consistent, but then, you know, I mean, the people who are receiving the message are not getting the true meaning of the message?
Well, because Gambians have been taught that for you to be a good citizen, you must live on things that you do not own. And Gambians have been made to believe that. This is what Gambians have been made to believe.
Yeah, but your message is supposed to change that.
It's supposed to change that. Yes, it's supposed to. It's supposed to change.
Thinking, yes.
It's supposed to change that thinking. But look, it takes time. It takes time.
30 years is a long time.
30 years is a long time. Yeah. But when we are saying those things,
she's not 30 yet.
No. I'm sorry, she's
not 30
I know.
either.
Yeah.
That's by the way, the camera woman and the sound technician. They're both under 30.
Under 30.
Yeah. So for them, it's a lifetime.
It is a lifetime. It's something into which they were born, and we don't want them to die in it.
So
we don't want them to die in it.
I am hardened in my way of thinking. They are still young. Is it the message? Is it the way you've been addressing them? Is it, when you bring up corruption, you're still addressing, the Peter Gomez's, the 60-year-old plus, rather than the people who form the majority? Because the youths form the majority of our population. They are the ones now to receive this message.
And
just because somebody is a minister does not mean that you take all your problems to them.
And they
because
are the
you're
ones
forcing them to be touching resources that are not there. So how do you communicate to Fanta here and Rohi?
And they are the ones we are addressing. Telling them because of this corruption. That is why you have been deprived of this particular opportunity. And you must make sure that you take steps to ensure that what you are entitled to is not taken away from you because of corruption. And I think for them, I think the message is getting down onto them. And I can tell you, the number of younger people younger than your technicians here, who come to talk to me passionately about what's happening in the country and their disapproval of it, the number of people is amazing. And I do have hope that 2026, it will become clear to everybody that the message has been well received. And because the message has been well received, that is why a UDP government is being installed in 2026.
You're sure about that?
Alhamdulillah, I'm really sure of that. I'm sure of that.
But increasingly, people are convinced that no single party can win an election in this country. And in the case of the UDP, not after we have seen all the splinters. Today, Lamin J. Darboe is leading a party of his that is not called UDP. Talib is on his way to formalizing the existence of UMC. It's a party that is not called UDP. The fragmentation is more in 2025 going into 2026. How do you then make a strong case for a UDP election victory next year?
Well, see, I respect these two gentlemen whom you have mentioned. I respect them for deciding the way they have done. After all, this is a democratic country, and every person, in whatever endeavor you are in it for a purpose. And if you feel that that purpose is not being fulfilled, or I cannot attain that purpose, if I remain where I am, it's good for you to go. And we have absolutely no problem with that, and we wish them all the best. We wish them all the best. But Talib certainly has been very, very active in UDP. Nobody can deny that. But my brother Lamin, I do not know really how much into UDP he was. I really do not know. I spoke to him. He supported financially. That is commitment. I have never been at any occasion political UDP where Mr. Darboe was. Not even in Gunjur. Not even in social occasions, when attracted social occasions that have political undertones. And Gunjur is probably supposed to be the place.
So he wasn't a visibly active member of the UDP.
I do not know of any invisible member of UDP. How can you say that I'm an invisible member? I mean, look, let's be frank. Politics is like fire. You cannot really put it there because it will burn you. So, if you have...
It's like smoke, you can't cover smoke.
You can't cover it. So if you're really involved with the party, people, particularly the party leader, we belong to the same profession. We should really have been together in a lot of things, discussing legal issues affecting the country, constitutional issues affecting the country. But no, Bori Toure and Mametal, these are lawyers. And of course, you see, they are even in the executive. So, Mr. Darboe, I don't know, and again, I want to say that I do not want to underrate whatever contribution he made, but I, Usainu Darboe, I am not aware of it. I'm not saying he hasn't done it. He could have done it probably at the level of Gunjur, but I, Usainu Darboe, I'm not aware of it. So the fragmentations, it didn't surprise me that it did happen, and certainly, how do you call it? It's one go, two come.
Oh, that's what's happened.
That is what is happening. It's one go, two come.
Because recently, I understand hundreds of supporters or maybe loyalists of other parties crossed over to the UDP. Can you tell us?
There's this gentleman. He wanted to form a party, and in fact, he has structures or at least connections all over the country. Mm-hmm. And he, to the best of my knowledge, and from what he told me, he had engagements with at least 2 or 3 other political parties.
Including the NPP?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think CDC says he's a good friend. They know each other very well.
The administrative secretary of the NPP?
They know each other very well.
Okay.
They know each other very well, yes. You know? And it was his discussions with me that convinced him that he should come over to UDP, abandon the idea of establishing a party. Because he said, look, why do I have to establish another party if there's a home I can go to? I was thinking alike. And I don't know whether he flattered me or not. He said, what really struck about me is my accessibility. No formalities in securing audience with me. Just walked in with somebody I knew, and here we are, engaged in conversation for about 2 hours.
Aren't you worried about your security? Because, yeah, that is true. I mean, you are very accessible.
Yes.
I've walked into your compound just like that, and I was expecting, to encounter some muscular, bulgy biceps guys, at the gate, keeping me there waiting while they got you. And it was very easy, to just get through to you. Aren't you concerned about your security?
I am concerned about my security.
So why aren't you having, security around you, as we know it?
Well, okay, yes, having security as we know it, is because I believe that I have the greatest protector. No one that can provide me better security than him.
Who?
God, the Almighty. I sincerely believe it. I always say, tawakkal to Allah. Look, Peter, what God has destined, you cannot avoid it. After all, haven't you seen Indira Gandhi gone down by her own security? Mm-hmm. So really, you have some of these things, you have to resign it to some philosophical reasoning. I will not be foolish enough, of course, I will not be foolish to take risks. But then, I don't want all this. When I was vice president, I had problem with Turo Jaune. I hope he's listening. He was the commander, I think, of the presidential guard. Mm-hmm. Because with this clearing traffic, the way I see taxis have been drivers have been pushed off the road, so I didn't like it. And I complained. I said, look, let me go home or go to the office in the way I'm used to.
Being caught up in traffic and all of
that.
Let
me look.
Standing still in one place, because of a gridlock.
Look, Peter, I have been removed as vice president. I don't even have a security. What is there? If it's something that was going to be permanently with me, yes. But you know these things that's transient. When you are removed from the office, they all disappear.
Yeah.
Why do you have to worry about that?
Yeah.
Why should I take my trust away from God, the greatest protector, the biggest security guard? Why should I take my hope away from him? This is it.
Okay. I mean, you've put your faith and trust in
Yeah, of course.
the surest,
Yes.
of places. In the remaining 5 minutes, everybody is worried about the tone of campaign rhetoric. Dr. Babagale Jallo wrote
very good piece.
Yeah.
And D.A. Jao, all of the three contributors, all of them.
Yes, the other one being Adama Makasuba.
Makasuba, yeah.
You're a leader. I mean, the two most dominant people politically in the Gambia are yourself and Adama Barrow. What will you do in, your case to help tone down the rhetoric? Bring civility in our political language, our campaign language.
Well, see, anybody who is in a leadership position in their party will not be engaged in anything that will heighten the tensions in this country, that will make the environment more toxic. In fact, we want to do everything possible to detoxicate the environment, the political environment. And it has to start with the leaders, with our utterances. We can tease each other. And that...
So when Barrow says things about and against you, is that teasing? Is that how you receive it? Because your supporters react differently.
When he said when they call him His Excellency and then saying that the way I work, I laughed, I enjoyed it, and I imitated the way he did it with my daughter. I said, look, when Barry says, when you call him His Excellency, this is how that works. I say, oh my God, I like it. Okay. For me, probably that is teasing. I don't take anything about that. Of all the same with that, for me it's okay. But when you start being contemptuous and uttering disdainful remarks about colleagues, I think that is unacceptable. You see, in this very room, the information minister was referring to Talib as this boy. This boy. I think he repeated 3 or 4 times, and he said, but you are never afraid of mentioning people's name. And then he said, Talib Ahmed Bensouda. He didn't even say Mr. That is contemptuous. Coming for a leader. You are telling your followers that this is the way you must treat your political opponents, your political rivals. And it's not a good message to them. I appeal to myself, I advise myself and all others that whilst we can tease each other, let us not really be contemptuous of each other. I'm referring to SFL as having a mental problem. Amen.
He denied that though.
But we had it. We had it. It's not something that we are making up, we had it. ESA doesn't deserve to be described by anybody, particularly from people who hold leadership positions in the government of this country. I think it is the primary responsibility on us leaders to behave properly, because our utterances, our behaviors can help guide what our supporters do and what not to do. So I start the advice with myself, and of course, with all other members of our executive, going down to the to the last militant of our party. Let us treat each other with respect. At least Talib is a mayor of a municipality. If you don't even call him Lord Mayor of Carnifing Municipal Council, you don't want to mention his name. You say the Lord Mayor of Carnifing. Why you don't say this boy, this boy, this boy?
Okay.
No, it's bad.
Okay. A lot of people are convinced that no single party, including the UDP, can win in 2026, it will take a coalition. All the opposition parties, or all the main ones, you know, plus other smaller ones coming together to defeat Adama Barrow, who is already in a coalition
of many parties
of his own. What's your position on a coalition? What is the UDP doing to ensure that there is a coalition, and what are its conditions for a coalition?
No, well, we want a coalition. We advocate for a coalition, and we are not just making a call for it. But in the next couple of days, I'll approach people I believe, share the same vision with us, people who think alike with us.
Do you have many of them out there? Because we have so many parties.
Well.
And upcoming ones.
Well, of course, upcoming ones, yes. Of course, you have so many of them, you know. I mean, I want to really look at the ones that have been on the political scene
GDC?
Before 2021 and immediately after the 2021 elections. Yeah. So, and of course, there may be some in the next
GDC, obviously.
GDC.
Because there was a time when you came together, him, and Safal, to try to fight the 2021 election.
Yeah, GDC, of course.
The election results,
Yeah, GDC, of course. Doi, of course. Safal, of course. Mr. Mane, of course.
Ibrahim
Tabora Mane, of course. But
there's Taba Reumi as well. Are you not approaching them because they've not been formally registered as a party yet, or what? Taba Reumi?
Well, Taba Reumi.
Amadou Ka.
Amadou Ka. Well, okay. Amadou Ka, really, I won't dismiss him. If I wouldn't dismiss any political actor.
Okay. That qualifies everybody then?
No political actor will be dismissed. We will engage them. And hopefully, we can all see that the needful thing to do is to get rid of Barrow. Otherwise, all our protestations against the corruption that is destroying our country will really be mere rhetorics. It will be of service to our people, of this nation, of these young girls and other young people, that we get together and rescue this country.
Barrow thinks the work he has done so far, the level of development he has, done in this country, is the one thing that those of you in opposition, have to contend with. Because people will look at what he has done and decide, well, the best thing for Gambia is Barrow. So keep Barrow in #1 Marina Parade.
And I say that shows how he thinks.
Is he wrong?
If it's the infrastructural development, Abdoulaye Wade would still have been president of Senegal. He would still have been president of Senegal.
But he was defeated by Macky Sall.
He was defeated by Macky Sall. And Macky Sall also carried on, and a very good infrastructural development, in fact, roads. But he was also defeated.
Well, he couldn't, after 2 terms, he couldn't seek a 3rd term.
No, he couldn't seek.
He tried the 3rd term, it didn't work in his
But
case.
then that legacy would have, and not to the benefit of his party. But look, let's go outside of Africa. Really, we have changes of government every time in the United States, in UK. They don't talk of infrastructure. They don't talk of roads. They talk of the living conditions of the people, housing, Medicare, and so forth. This is what we should be talking about here, not roads. we should be talking about the price of rice, bag of rice in this country. I just watched a video 2 days ago of my campaign in Garawal in 1996. And what I predicted there, I told people that if you vote for Jammeh to come in, the bag of rice is going to cost you $400 or $500. Because at that time, it was less than 400, because 400 would be too much. Yeah. I told them it was going to happen. And when I looked
Today
at
we wish the price was only 400.
Really. And when I looked at that window, I said that this was kind of some prophetic statement. People are concerned about their living conditions. I mean, production in agriculture, in groundnut production has gone down because the labor force is depleted. All our people are in Spain, in Italy, in Germany, our young people. Those who are here are not being encouraged in any way. You take your produce to the buying station, takes you weeks before you get your money. And you start wondering, this was not what I bargained for.
A UDP government, a UDP-led government will do away with all
We'll
this.
certainly do away with all this. And these are not mere rhetoric, because we have been consistent saying this all along, is part of our DNA. So that when we are there, we are not going to plan to do anything. We'll be there already with plan ahead and execute. We'll hit the ground running.
2026 is just around the corner.
It is around the corner.
But there's enough space for us to have 1 or 2 more grand interviews where we will talk about other issues.
Well, I'm at your disposal, and I'm sure you can arrange that with say who.
Yeah. And no, there's one person, just finally and very informally, I want you to get rid of one Mane in your party.
There are several Mane. There is Ibrahim Mane.
No, you know the one I'm talking about. Ibrahim Mane Sumokotola. Okay, Lamin. I'll call the name.
Well, you know Lamin is a Nyancho, and it's difficult to handle Nyanchos, you know.
Thank you very much for your time this morning again, Alaji Usainu Darboe.
Thank you.
That brings us to the end of today's edition of Coffee Time with Peter Gomez, as already announced. The Minister of Higher Education is my special guest tomorrow, and during the conversation, the issue of Talib also came up. I can confirm that he will be the guest next Monday on Coffee Time. We plan way ahead. We can tell you already, 2 weeks ahead who is coming and who is not coming. Thanks for watching.
Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Axel jam si Wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do dede. Luta mo nilo jel mo to nga andil mahalis. Hello?
Busol mo fine.
What?
Busol mo fine.
Oh. Yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave. Busol mo fine? Wave. Your money is yours.